It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you, too, Aaron.
Thank you. Me too. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
those are preseason games.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What have you been doing?
To be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
How's
so
that?
Pretty uneventful summer.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find it.
Okay, well, that's good. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season. And you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch anything?
Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow. Awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. Awesome. Oh, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Let's meet the starting lineup of the visiting Los Angeles Clippers. At point guard, Mitch Davidson. At the other guard position, Lou Williams. At small forward, Danilo Brown. At center, DeAndre Jordan. At the other forward position, Blake Griffin. The head coach for visiting teams, Tom Williams.
It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, And a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is 5-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to stop by and help out.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Williams and Gallinari at the 2 and the 3. The heart of the team at the 4 and the 5. Griffin and Jordan. And it's Teodosic in at the point. Now here's Ball. Following the miss by Griffin. And Bryant kicks the white side. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Williams with the steal. Griffin in position, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. The shot by George, wide open. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Lakers on D. Well, Kobe, you look at all the former Defensive Player of the Year, and they're almost always big men. You were a 9-time first-team all-defensive selection in the NBA. Do you think guards sometimes get overlooked at the impact they have in a game and a play?
Yeah, they definitely do.
All the time, huh?
I think the bigs have a huge responsibility in protecting the rim, and those things are very easy to measure.
Right, block shots,
blocks,
and exactly.
Rebounding, altering shots or defensive rebounds. For guards, it's tougher. But still in all, there's some guards out there who have done it. You know, Michael and Gary Payton and Kawhi Leonard. I count him as a guard. They're just phenomenal defensive players.
Where does that mindset come from? That defensive mindset when you're an offensive gifted player like yourself?
Well, I think that's a truly competitive person. Some players will call themselves competitive, but you're not truly competitive if you only compete at one end of the floor. That's not what truly competitive people do.
Here's Griffin following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting the shot. Outstanding in getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant. I watch a lot of his things, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
his size makes him a different kind of guy.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. He has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking at him, it's like looking in the mirror. The moves, the positions on the floor.
I'm so glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's a great, great feeling because, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. When he retired and he watched me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing the person who studied, the person that came before. There's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you and Michael Jordan tape. And I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we've connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past. And, again, he's a curious kid.
And all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor, he's all business. Nothing funny. There's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job. He's here to help San Antonio win games.
Well, Kobe, something that's such a huge tool in the NBA and the team's offense is the pick and roll, the screen roll game. You've done it as well as anybody. Just how are the nuances and the attention to detail important to make that play work?
Well, it's really important, but the screen roll today is run differently than it was, say, when Utah was running it with Stockton and Malone. what you're seeing now is more of a spread floor screen roll action where it makes rotations very difficult because you have to rotate off the shooters at a distance.
Right.
So now you tend to see more teams try to down pick and roll coverages and sending guys to one side of the floor and try to play the screen roll coverage with 2 men and try to not have 3 guys in the action. You have to rotate and now push your team behind. Right, and that it's a dance of, can you play the screen roll with just 2 guys? And on offense, can I force you to have a 3rd guy come in and rotate? If I can do that offensively, then you're behind.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
So last season, Kobe, one of the closest MVP races we've had in a long time, came down to Westbrook and Harden. Who did you think was going to win before the results came out, and why?
Yeah, I didn't even stop to think about that because they're both like little brothers to me. So even though I could sit there and say,
LA kids too.
Yeah, I know them both extremely well, and they're both extremely deserving of it. So I refuse to split it.
Yeah.
You know, they're both my guys.
And different kinds of games, and both sensational individual players.
Yeah, they're just phenomenal. I mean, they can do so many things in the game. And now I think the next progression for them is to be able to dominate the game off the ball just as much as they can dominate on the ball. Right? Because in the playoffs, the defense has a hard time finding them.
Right.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing the shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Teodosic, the pass to Griffin. Lays it up, and in spite of the excellent defense at that, Griffin's got 8 points. And to have the ball in your hands at all times, always bringing it up. It's exhausting, though, right? That's what they say. Now, for you,
defense sees you, right? Yeah. So if you're handling the ball, the defense has eyes on you at all times. You're right in front of the defense. When you don't have the ball, you're moving behind them. Curry moves behind. He'll bring it up, pass it, and now he's running off the screens behind the defense. Right? And it's hard to find him.
Rip Hamilton the same way?
Rip Hamilton the same way. Jordan, flare picks, down screens, slicing into the post, right? Coming up to the pinch post. All those operational things take place behind the view of the defense.
That free throw good from George. You know, Kobe, the league seems to be moving away from isolation basketball, sometimes called hero ball, in favor of more ball movement, more of a fluid offense. What do you make of that trend?
Well, I think it's the right thing. I mean, if you look at the way the Knicks played, for example, when they had Bradley, Busher, the Phil was coming off the bench.
Well, you are a historian. You love the history of the game, don't you?
Oh, my God.
I mean, you just tell what you
Yeah. Boltzmann was coaching. You had Frazier out there. I mean, they moved the ball. I mean, everything was predicated on ball movement, as was the Celtics with Fred Auerbach. And then in the 80s, things changed a little bit. You start going to more isolation ball, where guys will post deep and force a double coverage to come all the way down to him, and then you start moving the ball around. Now you start seeing a spread offense, where the ball's moving again like it was when the Knicks were playing, when the Celtics were playing. And so, I think it just depends on the style of defense that you're seeing and the personnel that you have. I think that determines your style of play.
Ball gets to George.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Rivers with it. It's a 2-point differential. And over the course of your career, Kobe, 5 NBA championships. Are there any of those that really stand out among the 5 that you accumulated?
The last one, beating the Celtics. That was the hardest one by far to get.
Why so?
Well, we're going into Boston now with the series tied 1-1. And Boston is absolutely excited about having the split and going home now and having 3 games at home, thinking that the series was not going to come back to LA. And so that was an interesting playing fight for us. And then to go out and get the very next game, just to go down 3-2, coming back to LA, and then to finally pull out that series after being down 15 in the 4th quarter against the Celtics. That gets better.
Bryant dishes to George.
And you know what? For me, these don't show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And Kobe, how did you learn to watch tape? Because there are guys now watching tape and they'll just go, and you wonder if it's really even sinking in.
Trial and error.
Yeah, right. But really, that was it.
Trial and error. You start looking at things, you start saying, man, like if I'm watching an edit on a player, and I watch one particular game, and then I look at the next game, he's doing the same thing. And the next night, he's doing the same thing. Hold on, let me go back and watch. And then you start looking for consistent behaviors or patterns in their behavior. And then you think, okay, maybe that's something that's a tendency for him. Let me go back and check. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles. God, yeah, that's it.
Here's the pattern.
Right, so what if I interrupt him between his first and second dribble and throw him off a rhythm? What'll happen then? Right? What if I know he's gonna go 1-2, turn right shoulder? I let him go 1-2. Now I jump to his right shoulder. Now he can't turn there. What happens then? Now you throw him off of their pattern.
Hey, Kobe, after dedicating pretty much your entire life to the game of basketball, a game that I know you love, you said you don't miss it. Why is that?
Well, because I've been through that process. I mean, I started playing a game when I was like 2 years old, and playing professionally for 20 years, I left no stone unturned. So there's no regrets there. I've done everything I could possibly do, and truthfully, the game is still with me. The discipline has changed. The industry might have changed, but the same approach, the same things that I've learned from the game, I carry with me to this day. So the game is still inside of me.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Harrell kicks to Rivers. Reed a screen on Whiteside. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kobe, any chance you might coach or might be a consultant to an organization, for instance?
No,
not at all.
Yeah, listen, players reach out to me and they'll call me and I'll give them advice, and I like it better that way as opposed to being tied down with one particular franchise. And, I like what I'm doing now. And any player from all over the world can reach out. I'm there for them in terms of providing advice and counsel.
Well, the story got out last year in the playoffs that Isaiah Thomas and you had some conversations.
Yeah. Well, he reached out and had some questions about how to approach that particular series. And I just said, send me over the film. What are you looking at? And I'll tell you. I'll take a look at it and I'll tell you what I see. And then you can go from there.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Ball, the pass to Kobe. Inside the screen. The 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Los Angeles.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Rivers kicks to Reed. He gets it in there. Now just a 4-point Laker lead.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Ingram. Right side, this is the ball. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. That ball is no speed that time from Jordan. That's 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, he's been flat out phenomenal. Superb scintillating this quarter. He's carving him up, knocking down everything.
Rivers kicks to Hill. Rivers passes to Hill. Kobe against Rivers. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Puts it up from 12.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's George. He got him up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, you know, recruited by college coaches, and then he, you know, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he, you know, put the time in, the things he did, and that's kind of where I developed mine.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro either, and also a college coach.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Carroll is out there with Reed. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rivers in at the 2 spot. Clippers trail by 5. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And it's Gallinari missing.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
And after 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many teammates. Can you make a short list of some of your favorites over the years?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Pau Gasol, for me. Derek Fisher.
And a quality person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the nicest guy you ever meet.
Yeah, right.
You know? And Derek Fisher, Ronny Turiaf is one of my all-time favorites. Lamar Odom, Shaq, obviously, Robert Horry, Rick Fox. I mean, I've been very fortunate to play with some great teams. Horace Grant, AC Green. I mean, let's go. Brian Harper. I mean, I can go on and on all day long. Brian Shaw. I mean, I was very fortunate to have some really good teammates.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big 3 in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. We had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers, DA, will always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. And Kobe, something that has changed in the NBA over the course of your career is the role of the power forward, the 4. More and more you need to be able to stretch the floor, take your guy outside, shoot the 3. Do you feel that that's a trend, or is that something you think that is here to stay in the NBA?
Well, I mean, I think things will evolve and things will change. When you start getting power forwards like Tim Duncan, Garnett back in the league, Dirk, all of a sudden it becomes less and less of a commodity to have smaller forwards. Right. Because you're going to need to deal with the Tim Duncans and the Garnetts of the world. You know, so I think it's just a natural evolution thing.
Did you, when you had to guard a big like that, ever fear going out and trying to get him on the side, or even working him inside the lane where he would have more power, more advantage?
No, I never worried about it too much. What I try to do is always try to study the film and figure out what their tendencies are, what their sweet spots are, and you just try to get them off of that. It's not necessarily about the size of them, but how you get yourself in a position where you can knock them off balance a little bit.
I love that. Yes, indeedy. And George can rapidly fill up the score column now. He's a high-volume shooter who doesn't hesitate at any time to let it fly.
And Kobe, did the Laker front office ever talk to you or just brush an idea past you to get your opinion on things, whether it be a trade or a free agent signing or whatever?
No, we never really did that. We never had that kind of working relationship. And I think it's actually better that way because then it enables me to have a better relationship with the guys where they know I'm not involved in those decisions. You know what I mean? Yes. So it makes it weird, that relationship. Guys get traded and teammates are against you and it's hard for them to trust you and that sort of stuff. The most conversation I had was with Dr. Buss in this very shaky time, where I voiced my concerns, and he said, listen, I promise you, if you see the right trade, you will pull the trigger, and I'm going to do everything I can to get you a championship. I promise you that. And after he said that, I trusted him completely. That was that. And then the following year, he made a beautiful trade for Pau Gasol.
And a couple championships.
Worked
out well.
Yeah, it did.
Here's Nance. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers trail. Kobe, you're a father. You've enjoyed that process, but basketball got in the way a lot of it. How do you balance fatherhood and playing at the level you played at?
Yeah, when I was winning championships there, our kids were still relatively young, or I should say babies. In my last few years, they were older and knew that they could really feel my absence. And so what I try to do is try to bring them along for the process. So every mornings I would wake them up and say, let's go. So we're going. Well, Daddy's going to go train, so let's go.
No kidding.
And I bring them with me. And they'd be in the gym shooting around or kicking a soccer ball around or hitting the volleyball around. But I felt like it was important as a father to not just tell them about hard work, but they need to see what I'm doing. When you're sleeping, this is what I'm doing. 2 or 3 hours. And so they're part of the process. They're connected to the process. But traveling and things of that nature is very, very hard because there's been plenty of birthdays that I've missed and school plays that I've missed.
Talk, Kobe, about some of the great one-on-one scorers. You might be the best ever, actually. But when you take a look at the crop now, who are some good guys in that one-on-one category that you like?
Kyrie's sensational. Yeah,
great handle. How about his handle? Like one of the best ever.
Yeah, but he can post too, though. No, that's the thing is he can post up. He can turn left shoulder. He can turn right shoulder. He can shoot a left hand jump hook coming across the middle. He can pull up going left. He can pull up going right. He can attack off the handle. He can attack off the triple threat. He's built the game without any weaknesses. I think most players should be thankful for that.
He'd be Kobe Bryant. He'd be Kobe Bryant. But I always thought that his dad played big-time college basketball, played in Australia. Your dad played. I mean, there is something inherent, regardless of how much, that comes from the son of a pro player.
Growing up overseas as well.
Exactly, in Australia.
Growing up overseas as well. And look at his game being so fundamentally sound, having basic structure. There's a lot to be said for that.
Absolutely. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. The Clippers also making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Reed. Griffin comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And Teodosic subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting to the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Oh, come on.
Lakers working the ball around now. The feed to Ball. Right side sets the pick for Ball to the middle. And it's right side. That time on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. There could be more and more front offices around the NBA embracing analytics. At the same time, a lot of veteran executives who have kind of the old-time group have been somewhat critical of that approach. Which side do you take on that?
Well, I mean, I think there's use for analytics. What they do is they tell you what's happening. But you still need a keen eye to be able to understand why they happen. And that's what numbers can tell.
Put some meaning in there.
Exactly. Right? It's tough to understand if you see a player shooting this percentage. 35 games the season, shot X. The last 3 games he shot Y. And you don't understand why. The numbers will tell you that. But maybe he had something going on at home that was bothering him emotionally, right? And therefore his focus was elsewhere. And so his shooting percentage went down. Right? The numbers don't show you that. It doesn't show you the emotion of the player.
Tell me, you were a player who lived in the gym. What motivated you as you go back and look at all those hours you spent in the gym to do that, to follow that path?
I loved it. I loved the game. It wasn't a matter of working hard. I didn't realize I was working hard until like my 2nd or 3rd year in the league. When I realized here in the NBA, a lot of players don't do that. Right. So it was kind of a big shock to me. Like I assumed everybody in the NBA
just worked hard.
Yeah, but to me it wasn't hard work. It was like, I love doing this. Like there's no place on earth I'd rather be than be here in this gym with the basketball and the hoop.
But the greats are always the hardest workers. I mean, right, have you ever seen a great player who is not the hardest worker on their team?
No, I've seen players have great seasons. And, and then the next season, not so much. Right. And then they have another great one. And the consistency is there. The truly great players love what they do. And that looks like hard work from the outside.
Did you enjoy playing the game? There was so much you put into the game, but did you enjoy the game?
I did. I enjoyed the game. I loved the game, the competition and all that, getting ready and all that. But I enjoyed practice more.
Did you?
I did. I enjoyed training and practice more than I did the games.
Williams is checked in for Rivers. Lakers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And that one misses.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Looking to end the drought. Here's Jordan. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. 1:56 left in the first half. Ball dishes to Ingram. And there's the pass to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Right side of screen. Kuzma, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 12. 1:29 left to play here in the half. Here's Griffin. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Lakers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
That's good from Ball. Collins checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kobe. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, I have to say it's been quite a fun night with you, Kobe, joining our broadcast tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us and our fans. I'm sure they've all enjoyed it.
No, thank you. I've enjoyed it as well, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic charts. Early third quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man. And much respect for Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and doing great things off the court, too.
Passes it to Kuzma. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 5 on the clock. Ball with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow...
what the hell happened? Okay, let me see. Who got hurt? Triple the ball with it?
It's not a long-term issue.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, that's high IQ play there by Williams. Saw the opening, didn't hesitate. Free throws on their way.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Here's Ball. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's Los Angeles, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Doc, you got fouls right now with the starters. Will you have to rest them and play your bench guys more?
Well, we're going to have to, you know, so whether I have trust or not, and I do, they're going to play regardless.
Going to have to pick your guys up right now. Thanks, Doc. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 16 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Right up front, we saw the elite two-way game of Paul George. Locking down guys defensively, lesser athletes have almost no chance to score on him. And then he was in total command on the offensive end. Made plays for others and shot lights out for himself.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like a warm-up period. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
That's it for halftime, Wedge.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands. We always talk about what a good shot is from time to time. Clark, how would you define a good shot in the context of an offensive possession?
To me, Kevin, a good shot is a shot that a guy can make 60 to 80% of the time when he takes it. Whether that's a three-point shot, your post-up moves, your mid-range jump shots, those are quality shots. And then the other piece of it is you don't want to take a lot of contested shots. You can make them as a pro, but good shots are shots you can make 60 to 80% of the time, and usually that means you're getting open shots versus contested shots.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Whiteside is out there with Ingram. Then it's Ball, then it's Paul George, and it's Bryant in at the shooting guard. Here's Teodosic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, Griffin in position. They double him with George. 5 on the clock. Over in the corner, Williams. Floats one up. Rebounded by the Lakers. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now the dish the ball. Outside, Kobe. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Bryant. And it's 9 points for Lonzo Ball. Here's Teodosic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Brandon Ingram. And Milos Teodosic, one of the bigger names in basketball not to play in the NBA last season, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers brought him over from Europe to help kind of ease the loss of Chris Paul. He's a terrific playmaker who is one of the best passers in the world. And not young, but respected by many around the globe.
Griffin with the steal. Williams against Bryant. Williams kicks to Harrell. Right side, Griffin. Over Whiteside. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 10.
Yeah, he's become very reliable with that mid-range jump shot. The defense can't let him get comfortable from there.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of the Lakers.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for George.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. Right now, it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Outside Williams. Harrell setting the pick for Williams. Los Angeles with another miss.
And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making the shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Feeds it to Harrell. They set the pick. Over to the wing. Here's Griffin. And the bucket counts. 3-point. Chance here.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Reedy's checked in for Harrell, and it's Clarkson in for Teodosic.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Clock at 6. And Gallinari kicks to Griffin. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 6 points in the quarter.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And still knocked it down. Nice composure.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Williams. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best in?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer. You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Reed a screen. Gallinari with it. Now guarded by Ball. Gallinari passes to Reed. Over Whiteside. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Gallinari. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Whiteside, good.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, you knew the Clippers would be hit hard in free agency, losing both Paul and Redick. Kind of changes the outlook of the team, but still, I think they're going to be solid. And one that I expect to make the postseason, but I don't think that we can label them as a contender.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Collins comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Ingram in for Kobe. Ball stolen. Here's Ingram. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Greg with the moves, the era of Lob City, it looks like it's officially over.
Yeah, it was a fun run, but the team just, one couldn't stay healthy, and they had some bad luck, let's face it, in the postseason. Entertaining group to watch, no doubt about it, but now we start the new era in Clipperland.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on DeAndre Jordan. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Clippers let me know the status. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
That was an elementary call for them to make there. I mean, once he knocked him off balance from behind, that was a no-brainer.
Kicks to Reed. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now, Ball. 9 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kuzma, that's good.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Clippers trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Griffin sets the screen for Clarkson. But it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on George.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And George kicks the ball. Here's Collins. He's defended by Harrell. They'll double him with Harrell. Shot clock at 5. Ball dishes to Collins. Off target from 3-point range. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
To the middle. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Clippers trail by 16, and Harrell slams it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Right, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Offline with his 3.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
Inside, intercepted. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Lakers in 5th.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Harrell. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the Clippers making a change here. Teodosic just checked in.
And Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
They set the screen. Clarkson passes to Griffin. Here's Teodosic. He feeds it to Clarkson. Off target from outside. Lakers leading by 16. Dishes to George. Four on the shot clock. kept alive. Pass to Ingram, down low.
Why did you go to the
Hero.
paint? He was open.
Down low. And out of bounds as the Lakers take possession.
Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
Nancy's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Lou Williams is checked in for Clarkson. And the Lakers call time here.
Really hard to think of a more impactful perimeter defender than PG, Paul George. I mean, his combination of size, athleticism, and technique enabled him to smother the opposition at times.
And Paul George, a lockdown defender at 6'9", Clark 6'10". He has the foot speed to stay with players a foot shorter.
Yeah, he's a very unique defender with his size, length, and speed and athleticism. Gets around screens, doesn't get screened. He can recover the shooters. I mean, he's the real complete package at the defensive end.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Wesley Johnson's checked in for George. Kobe comes in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ball. And Beverly kicks to Kobe. Takes the 13-footer. Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Williams dishes to Rivers. Griffin kicks to Rivers. From deep three-point range, well, through three-quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead, up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on now. You're right there. You're right there.
You need CP3.
All right, let's go.
Sensing the need to string together more baskets, Doc Rivers giving his team a little pep talk.
Yeah, he's going after the momentum. I mean, Doc sees an opportunity here for them to put their stamp on this game.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Griffin. And it's Teodosic in at the one. The dunk and the bow, a powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball. Well, you know, one of the things young teams typically struggle with is defense. I mean, no surprise that the Lakers have struggled in that area. A lot for them to clean up before they can battle with the big boys across the NBA.
Rivers against Johnson. And the ball travels out of bounds. He was last touched by Rivers.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
Lakers leading by 17. And Clark, when you take a look at the Lakers' young core, do you see the potential for a top-flight defensive team?
Well, I think their talent is more tilted towards the offensive end. Still, I think they can become better by cutting down their mental errors defensively and focusing on the defensive rebounding and getting back in transition. Those things are correctable, and I think the young Lakers will have a chance to improve in those areas.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Beverly, the pass to Collins. Back to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Collins, a screen on Griffin. Beverly dishes to Collins. Good on the shot. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Beverly knows he's out there to pass the ball, guys. A skilled floor general. He really distributes it well.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
A baseline J. Johnson kicks to Nance. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
Tell you what, he might have gotten that rebound and gotten away with it if he had gone straight up, but didn't work out.
And the Lakers making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Rivers passes to Griffin. Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Whiteside. Pass to Rivers. Picked by Griffin. Three-pointer. Rivers can't get it to go. Lakers lead by 15. Kobe dishes to Beverly. Back to Kobe. Inside. From past the arc. Rebound by the Clippers.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Nance a screen. Johnson kicks to Kobe. There's the screen. And Kobe throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. With the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the Clippers call time here. And we know just how important a player who can catch and shoot is to an offense. Clark, which players in the league are the best, in your opinion, in that regard?
I think you got to start with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, two of the very best, if not the best shot makers we've ever seen in the league. The way they can catch and shoot it from deep, challenged, open shots, off the dribble, off the catch. Their shot-making ability is absolutely remarkable. J.J. Redick is a guy that can make shots as well, but those two guys, I think, are in a class by themselves.
And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Beverly, the pass to Kuzma. Kobe with it. Williams picks him up. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Kobe. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Teodosic, the pass to Williams. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Now the Lakers last season, the worst defensive team in the NBA. Again, offense was a little bit better. Clark, what's the key for them offensively?
Well, I think a couple of things. One, ball movement, utilizing everybody. Last season, they were bottom 5 in assists, top 5 in turnovers, and that ratio, those numbers, not conducive to good offense.
George is checked in for Kobe. Decker's checked in for the Clippers. Outside, George. There's a screen. There's the pass to Kuzma. He kicks it to Ingram. Trains the three-pointer. And the Lakers lead by 16.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Griffin. Good on the 13-footer. Griffin's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice.
Outside, George. Passes it to Kuzma. Tries a 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. Clippers trail by 17. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
He just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
The Lakers making a switch here. Ball's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Reedy's checked in for Sam Dekker. The feed to George. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Picked by Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And stolen by Williams. And now here comes Williams leading the break.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Ball dishes to George. Over Gallinari. And George gets it to go. George has got 21. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
And it's Ingram missing. Clippers trail by 19. The dish to Reed.
Shoot it.
Gallinari outside. Here's Griffin. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating over Reed. Ball kicks to George. The Clippers grab the miss. Right side, Williams. Now, here's Ball. T right on him. There's a good screen. Feeds it to George. The tray. Ball, no good. Clippers trail by 19, and it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles calls timeout.
This game is over.